So, my issue with student loans is it'll take 2 to 4 business days for my payment to be applied. But I'm able to gain interest on the weekends. That doesn't make any sense to me because I made, let's see how many payments. Let me go look. I made a payment on 10/7, 10/8, 10/9, and 2 on 10/10, right? So all of this totals up to about around $300, and the first 2 payments have been applied, so about half, and so the other $160 is just sitting there waiting for Monday to come. But so in the last video, I think my balance was like 163 to something, and then it went down to 163.56. But now we're at 163.100. Like, I can't win. And so it's really like only if I make a payment Monday through Wednesday is the payment going to be applied that week, because with 10/9 on Thursday, it surely was payment still processing. The payments I made on Friday still processing. So we'll see if they're done by tomorrow. But like, that's 4 days out of the week that my payment is just sitting and saying processing, that like it won't be applied. If you pay on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, then I mean it'll be done by Friday. But goddamn, I'm annoyed. Hi everybody, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Candace, and I'm on my journey of paying off $200,000 worth of debt. So in today's video, we're going to, let me just say, I already filmed this once and it was very long. After I had like chopped and screwed it, it was still like 30 minutes. I said, this is kind of a lot. And I didn't feel like it was like getting to the point as I am now sitting here rambling. So today in this video, we're going to get to the point, talk about what we spent, went well, but didn't go well. And then I might just ramble about some other things depending upon how long it takes. Okay. So I was going to put this on the screen last time. I'm probably not now because it was a lot of work. But I went through and I downloaded the statement for my spending, for my bank account, whatever, my checking account that I spend all my money out of. And I labeled each thing a different color. So yellow is eat out, orange is bills, the light blue is variable expenses, green is groceries, pink is gas, gray is other, purple is clothing, turquoise is travel, and red is savings. So just to get kind of like a summary of the point here, eat out, I spent about, it was almost $400 in the month of September on eating out. And so that compiled with the grocery bill is a lot of money. How much did I have for groceries? Let me filter right quick and see. Groceries was a little bit over budget. I think it was like $420 or $430, something like that. So a little bit over budget, but kind of still where I want to be. But if I'm buying $400 worth of groceries, then how am I eating out $400 in a month? I will say one of the eat outs was I took my sister to the Cheesecake Factory because she wanted to go, and I paid for dinner. So that one meal by itself was $172. But honestly, if I go out to eat by myself, it probably would have been like $120. So still a lot of money. So that's something I'm going to work on. Today is Sunday, the October 12th, and I'm going to try this week not to eat out any days. I've already went grocery shopping. I have like food kind of like ready or like halfway prepared. Like, you know, I cut up onions and garlic and all that kind of stuff. And so like when I'm ready to make something, it should be fairly simple. But we're going to see if we can do it. So that's the goal. Not eating out for this whole week and save some money. Okay? Now, I estimated pretty good for the gas in my car. I budgeted 140 for the month, so 70 per paycheck, and I was just a tiny bit over at 148. But I did go on a semi-long drive. It was like 2.5 hours, or two and a half hours both ways. So if I didn't take that drive, I would have actually been under budget. So I think leaving it at the 140 a month was pretty good. And then if I decide to do like Walmart or DoorDash or something, that money is kind of already like in the budget. Travel was just a tiny bit more expensive than what I wanted, because I did end up changing my flight when I went to New York this or last weekend. But I also have been better about packing, and I was only going for like 3.5 days, so I just took a carry-on and a personal item, so we didn't have to pay for a bag. Normally I will pack everything and will pay for the check bag, but we were able to save some money by not checking a bag this time. So small wins, right? The other category really needs some work. So a lot of the things, so like I went to the movies one day, I paid for a car wash, I made a $200 donation, I bought the box lights to make the videos look better, things like that weren't necessarily like, they're not things that I buy or do all the time. I could possibly get the car wash. They have like a membership thing, and you pay monthly, and you can do like unlimited washes. I really probably only get my car wash once a month, but it's like $22 every time I get a wash. So I thought about that, but then I was like, am I really going to utilize it? The car wash is literally right around the corner. So I could. It's just a matter of, am I really? I don't know. So we'll have to see about that. Some other things that I got, I went to a party, so I took some drinks and stuff with me. So that's not something I don't usually buy, like alcohol. I got me some socks for Pilates, a foam roller, a couple of other things. Yeah, not really like anything out of the ordinary. There are some things in here that I'm like not gonna be obviously buying again, because they were just like a one-time charge. But that's somewhere I can like work on things. Like I bought vitamins, floss, blah blah blah. I could probably either look for somewhere cheaper to get them, or wait till they go on sale, whatever, something like that. My paper got a little wrinkled because it got caught up in my blanket. But I filled out my monthly review for September. Hopefully you guys can see it. So what went well? The gas was pretty much in budget. Variable expenses in budget. What could be improved? Eating out and other. Definitely the eating out. There's no reason for me to be spending almost $1,000 a month on eating out plus groceries. I'm one person. Okay. Goals for the month. My other expenses, I need to think before I buy. So this past month, like I said, it was about $400. So we need to be less than that next month. Eating out. When I looked at the statement, I was eating out probably like 4 times a week. So we need to cut that. So like I said, we're going to try this week not to eat out, but going forward, maybe being more intentional when I eat out, or planning like, I'm going to buy lunch this day at work, so I don't need to pack anything. Because sometimes I'll pack something and then just be like, I don't want that, and then go buy something. So need to do better at that. And then for this month coming up in October, I want to put $300 into my savings account. So, and then some notes. So I went to New York City October 2nd through the 5th. So I did some extra spending on the Amex. I have a Halloween party to go to on the 25th. So I'll need to have money for Uber, and then like drinks and stuff like that. I am also going to see Wicked, and I already bought the tickets for my sister and I. That's not until November, but I did already buy the ticket, so it is going to show up for October. And then my sister is getting her hair done on 10/25, so I'm paying for that. It might be like $120 or something like that with the tip. So Yeah. Mm, I think that's it for like that stuff. I need to talk about my budget really quick. Okay. So I didn't realize that my what bill was this? Look at me, unprepared. Oh, my car insurance. I thought it came out on the 12th, but it actually doesn't come out until the 15th of the month. So I had to move the budget around. So that is on the second paycheck and not the first one. So, and then I also didn't buy my package for Pilates yet. So that'll be on the next paycheck as well. I'm just going to wait since like we're almost there. So I need to fix that in what I have on my budget sheet. Also, I don't like this budget sheet either. Like, it's not really working well with me. So I think I'm going to not budget the whole month at once. I am going to put like the bills and stuff where they need to go in the paycheck or in the budget, but like I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, I know for sure I'm going to pay for this out of this check, that out of that check. Not working, because I spent $400 on food. Like, I mean, on eating out. So I need to be able to, what's the word? Move around a little bit easier. So, and I don't have my calculator. Hold on. All right. Got it. The only other thing, like, working this second job, I be tired. Like, so, and really now that I can do Pilates on Saturday and Sunday, and then I can only go really to the 6 a.m. classes during the week. And they've been like having trouble having people to get to the 6 a.m. classes and stuff. So like, I don't even know if I should get that specific package anymore, because when are we going to be able to go? So, okay, let's do the math real quick. So $3,400 is my income amount for this paycheck. And then let's minus our Wi-Fi and our storage unit and car insurance, $213.29, minus Hulu is $631, and my Chat GPT. Oh, have y'all ever like? So many people say like Chat GPT, but it's PT. So I try to make sure that I really like my piece. Okay, the Amex bill is $593.17, and then I'm gonna pay $100 towards the Huntington. Why do originally I had budgeted the student loan money in here because I thought I had a payment this month. I don't. So I'm gonna just pay it anyways. 142.48, and then I'm subtracting. Why do I have 100 for travel on here? Oh, for my tickets. Okay. So subtract that. Okay. And then the electric bill is gonna be coming out soon. That is 91.27. Subtract 200 for food. And then 125 for the nails, 95 for the pedicure, 70 for gas, and then I need to subtract. We'll do 125 for my sister's hair, and that's leaving us with $1,396.12. $1,396.12. So let me just change it on here. 1396.12. That is, I'm gonna just have to do 2 different budgets with me in a month. That's what we're gonna do. Okay. All right. So we have 1396 to budget some stuff with. I'm gonna put it on the back of this goal list so I remember. All right. 313. We'll just do 1,300 on here. All right. So 300 of this is going to savings. Bam. off rip. I probably should go ahead and set that up with the automatic transfer. And then we could do, I don't even know how much I've paid for my student loans this month. Let me think. Let's just account for another 200 of that money going towards student loans. Okay? All right. So I have, how much should I say? $13.96 left over for my paycheck, right? I already know my Amex bill next month is gonna be a little wild. So let me see how much that is. 1637, not 26 minus 246. That. All right, so the Amex bill is gonna be $1390.49. Listen, I had a good time in New York. What can I say? Honey, I got, never mind. It doesn't even matter. I need a new, what is this called? Bluetooth button or something. I was about to go make a turkey sandwich, and guess whose last clips wasn't there? The last thing I think I was talking about was budgeting like $400 more or something. So what I decided to do was put $100 towards that travel that I told you I've already pre-paid for or bought. So we're gonna put $100 towards that. So that leaves me around $300 to just kind of see where the month takes us. I think for this current paycheck, I don't really have nothing to buy between now and the 15th, but you never know with me, obviously. So whatever is left in my account before I get paid, I'm either going to move that money to my savings or use it to like put more money towards the Amex or one of the other bills. I'll talk about it on the 15th when I get my paycheck and see like what's in there. It's got to be at least $300, I think. I don't know, but yeah, I'm hungry and I want to eat. So thank you guys for watching or tuning, or what do I want to say? Thank you guys so much for watching my videos. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. My knee hurt. Oh.